Good morning, everybody. It's Tips with Steve Pebb again, and I have got the video for you. Now, this is going to guarantee you to catch twice as many fish on the yo-yo than you can imagine. Now, I'm going to just tell you how I do it. It took me just a couple years, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half, maybe a year and 10 days, and 4 hours and 32 minutes. It might have took me longer than that. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to help some of you people. Some of you people, you know, you already know it all anyway. Y'all know it all, and or think you know it all, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you a tip that is going to help you if you don't know this tip. Now, first what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to pretend, and I know we've all pretended at one time or another. This is the boat. I'm going to pretend this is a boat. Now, it's still cold. This is February, and the 23rd or 24th, something like that. And it's cold, and I don't want to get out there in the water. So we're just gonna pretend this is the boat, and you're gonna pretend I'm you, and you're gonna be putting yo-yos out. Now, the benefit of the yo-yo is they catch fish yourself for you, and you don't have to be there. It's sort of like a limb line, but for small fish. Now, I'm just telling you how I do it. Now, I carry my yo-yos in a little plastic tote box like this. You can get this anywhere, Walmart or Kmart or Target, anywhere. Now, you don't have to have very much. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I'm going to show you what you got to have. You got to have fire, some type of fire. And you don't have to have all this stuff I got, but it's going to improve your fish catching ratio, I promise you. So you got fire. You're going to have bait. Now this is a minnow. This was a pretend me minnow, which really it's a Zoom fluke. And but we're gonna pretend it's a minnow. Now it don't have to don't have to be the same color as the ladder. You got to have a pair of needle nose pliers, and you can use them small ones that's got the little zip. You gotta clip it on your shirt and it zips, zing, 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 zing. I use these because you get a better grip and they're stronger and more powerful. You got to have a main line. Now you can use twine, nylon twine. I like this, but I've used nylon twine too. Then you got to have this. This is another little bait box. And what you do in this bait box, you have to have hooks. I think you can see the hook. It's just the Eagle Claw Aberdeen, Eagle Claw Aberdeen fish hook. And I use size 2. Now you can use a smaller size than size 2. You really can. You can use a size smaller than size 2. I like size 2, that's just what I use. Keep you a few of these swivels. You don't really need them all, but keep them with you, some of them, because you're gonna need some. And split shot. Now they make different kinds of split shot. But if you'll notice, these split shots got ears on the top. If you'll notice the little ears like this. Now, what these are for, what they're for, is you take your needle nose pliers or your little pliers and you grab it, click it like that, and then you open it up. See how it opens up? Okay, now I'm going to show you what to do. There's still more to this. And, bring your partner. This is my partner right here. This is ham bone. Ham bone. Because he loves ham bones. He does. He loves ham. I love ham and he loves the ham bone. Now, I don't know about your state, but in Oklahoma, and then I got all my yo-yos in here, if you can see them all. Now in Oklahoma, you gotta have your name you gotta have your name and your license number, your fishing, hunting license number on your yo-yos. Now, you can put it on the line, on the main line. If you got a line, you're going to run this line right here, or your twine line from this tree to this tree, and you can hang let's say you hang 4 yo-yos right here. Wham, 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 and wham. You can take your line, the main line, and you can put a piece of paper with your name and everything on it, like this. Let me show you. You take it, you put your name and your stuff on there, and then you got a little hole right there. You take a nail, heat it up on the stove, and poke it through this. What the hell? It's stuff that's sticky stuff. That I forgot what it's called. I'll tell y'all here in just a minute. And then you take your line and you tie it on this, and then you can tie it on the main line somewhere. But I don't like that because you got people. I used to think fishermen were honest people, but some of them are honest and some of them is dishonest. They bad people. But that's here or there. You don't know until you catch them stealing. But if you got this line going from tree to tree, and you cannot, here in Oklahoma, you cannot put your line across the waterway where boats can come through, because somebody get decapitated. I'm assuming if they're going pretty fast and they're not paying no attention, they could get hurt. Somebody can get hurt. You don't want to be responsible for somebody getting hurt. Be safe. Always think safe, and always think of thieves. So you really don't want to string them out there so everybody can see. Because in the sun, these things. Let me show you what to do. I know I've been fishing yo-yos for a long time. You clip this on there like that. I'll show you this real quick. Something here. Put that like that. Now when the wind blows, these things go like this, and if they're shiny, oh, people can see. Oh my God, they got yo-yos over there. Let's go. And if the limb is going like this, in the line, they say, oh, there's fish on there, and then they go steal your fish. Oh yeah, I know you haters on there watching this video. Oh no, ain't nobody say. Yeah, you may not steal the fish, but somebody steal, because I have caught people stealing my fish. I put game camera up in the trees, in the bushes, and I catch them, the thieves. Yeah, and I've even seen them. I've been sitting up there in the trees, squirrel hunting. I watch people drive down the lake and check my jug lines, and yeah, oh, it pissed me off. But there's nothing you can't stop a thief. The only thing stops a thief is prison, jail. And it only stops them till they get out of jail or out of prison. So, but back to my deal. Take it, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and you have better luck that way. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I want to show you offhand. You cut your twine or your nylon. Okay. Now burn my nylon here. Oh, one more thing you gotta have. And I know all you fishermen's got it. Pocket knife. You gotta have a pocket knife or skinny knife or some kind of a knife. Or, I'll tell you what, if you ain't got no knife, you can just take this and string it out there how long you want and then burn it. Burn your twine in half and then you got both ends already burnt. You don't have to burn again. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move this so I don't knock all this off in the water. Now we're gonna pretend this is the lake or the creek. Now you can't, let's say it's a creek. Okay, it's a creek. We name it Ridge Runner Creek. That's what we, or Boggy Creek, or Muddy Boggy Creek, or Clear Boggy Creek. Name it any one thing you want to name, but let's just say this is the creek, and you're in your boat here, and now we already know we can't run this line from that tree to this tree across the creek because somebody get decapitated. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this, and we're going to tie this like this. Now, what I always do, this is what I always do. I'm not doing it now, I should do. I'm gonna do it now. Let me do it now for you people, because I want to show you correctly how to do this. So we're gonna do it the right way instead of telling you how to do it. I want to show you. Okay, first thing you do, you take the end, you done burnt. You tie your knot in. You gotta tie a knot, because what's gonna happen, it's gonna slip. You catch a big fish, he pulls and this thing, and he's doing like that, you know. And next thing you know, he done pulled this knot loose. So you put that knot in there, and that keeps him from messing up your knot, losing your yo-yo and your fish. Okay, now always make sure this limb you hanging this on is flimsy, but it's strong enough. Now I would not put my yo-yo on this little bitty limb. But if you use a willow tree, willows are pretty good, but sometimes the willow limb breaks, bam. But you get a bigger limb like this. Now this here be okay, because it's big around. It's about big around as your little finger. Anything like that or bigger is better. But this little bit is about like a pencil. And it'll still work for little fish. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut it right here. See, I got a sharp knife. I done learned to always have a sharp knife. Don't have no. Again, burn it. Okay, we pretend we burned it. Now you tie a knot in the end of it. Now burning it, I think I told you, that prevents it from unraveling. You don't want it to unravel. Okay, now what you do, you measure this. Okay? Now once you've done hung a few of these, you're gonna figure it out. Okay. Okay, you make your little loop. Now do not tie this real tight, because the water's gonna fluctuate. If it rain, look at there, there's a cat. And don't leave that cat alone. Okay, if the rain come big rain, it's gonna bring the level of the lake up, and what's gonna happen is the yo-yo is gonna be in the water. It's gonna be down in the water. You don't want it in the water because you can't see nothing. So you want to be able, let's say this is where you want it. This is where you want it right now, okay? Now, if the lake goes down, water goes down, you can untie this and then bring this loop down a little and then lower your yo-yo down. So that's what you want to do. Now, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put a hook. Here's a little hook. Here's a little bitty hook. Now, them for little bitty fish, little fish. Well, but I'm going to use a bigger hook, okay? Because I like the bigger hooks. And you take that, you undo this swivel. Everybody, if you don't know how to undo this little swivel, you don't need to be fishing. You need to go back home and watch SpongeBob SquarePants. You put that hook on there, you put the swivel deal back. Now you got the hook here, okay? Now what you do is you get your bait. You gotta have a bait. Now I'm gonna tell you what most people do. Not you, I'm not looking to make a hater or offend nobody, but some people do. And it's very simple how to run one of these. But let's say right there, it's in the water, right? And what people do is they get in their minnow bucket and they get their minnow and they put their minnow on the hook like that. See the minnow? He's flopping around. You want him to flop. You want a live minnow. You want one like this that flops around. Don't want a dead one. But a dead one will work. And then you take it and whoops. You see what it just did? It flopped back up on its own. Now your minnow's out of the water. And you're out there camping and cooking hot dogs and stuff. And your minnow's up here out of the water. And he's going to die. And he's going to shrivel up. He's going to be all... look like he's dead. And he will be dead. So what you do, you set it down in the water real easy like that. Okay. Now, you can still see the minnow. He's swimming around. See him swimming around? Okay. Now, let's say, now watch me. A fish comes and he's coming. He sees that minnow going boom, boom, and he goes like this. Watch. Watch this now. Watch, folks. Minnow's in the water. Oh, he hit it, and he didn't get the minnow in his mouth. Now you just lost that fish. You lost him. He's gone, and your minnow's dead, and you lost the minnow bait. Now, if you come back, and the minnow's dead and he dried up, you say, well, I'll use him again. You put it back in the water like that. Like that, he's just gonna float up on his side because he's like a piece of cardboard. Okay, so this is what I do. Let me show you what I do and what you should do. You measure. No, almost. You measure. Okay, y'all see my minnow? It's in the water. Now what you do, you get split shot. You open up the split shot, open it up wide like that, and then you pick this up. Now you don't measure it, just pick it up, pull it out just a little bit, like that, and you put your split shot on that line like this. And then you squeeze it shut. Okay, now I just squeezed it shut. Now you want these ears on there so you can take it off. You want to take it off, you're ready to quit fishing, quit yo-yoing, and you want to roll everything up like this. You roll it up on your deal like this. And then you put it back in your box. Everything's neat and squared away. You don't want to throw it in and be all tangled up and everything. Okay, now you set it. Now you set it again. You know how to set a yo-yo. You take this, you pull this thing down, you let it slip back. Now you put this back in the water. Okay, we're gonna put this in deep because let's say it's pretty deep. This creek bank is real deep. So we're gonna put it like this. See how much extra line we got? Okay, your minnow's way down there. Your minnow down there, 2.5 foot now. So here comes Mr. Catfish or bass or whatever. He takes it, he hits that minnow, right? Bam! And he sets it off. Your minnow still in the water. Now, by him still being in the water, he can come back and he'll get it again. And this time, he'll get it this time. And when you catch him, he's gonna be doing like this. And what happens, not just the limb moving, the spring in here. He can take that, oh, it just got my pant leg. Uh-oh. Dadgummit, now I'm gonna have a hole in my pants. Okay, well, and then he can still take it, and he's pulling the line a little bit, the limb, and this way he ain't got no direct pull. And what happens is, let me get, hold on y'all, dadgummit. Okay, I just put a hole in my pants. Okay. Alright. Now, what you've done is you've just caught that fish by the second chance. So if you catch a fish, you got him. If you missed him and you missed the bait and the bait comes up out of the water, you lost the fish and the bait. But this way right here, it's set off right now. It's set off and your bait is still in the water. So I know some of y'all might have figured this out or something. I've seen a lot of people fish with yo-yo, but I've never seen nobody use a split shot on there like I do. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. Take my needle nose pliers. I'm gonna put them back in the bucket. Knife, but make sure you don't lose your pocket knife now. Put it back in your pocket when you're done. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you real quick. When you're done fishing, you're ready to go home. Now always use these snaps. You get these snaps at Walmart, right? And I always put a swivel on here, so you got an extra swivel here, you got an extra swivel here, and then you take this, and you take your needle nose pliers, and you take your deal off. Well, okay. Now, take your bait. When you take your bait, when you're ready to go home, you ain't gonna have no bait because you done caught fish. This is a good way to catch a fish, but if this was a real minnow, I'd throw it in there and let somebody eat him, but he's not a real minnow. And I'm gonna take my hook. I always take my hook back off. It don't take but a second. Close that snap back. Put your hook back, or if you got a pop bottle, and you drink it pop and you empty your pop bottle, don't throw your pop bottle in the lake. Throw it in the boat. And then if you got any string, you got a bad hook, say the hook's dull, or this weight, don't throw that weight, because a duck come by and eat this weight if you throw it in the lake. So put that weight in the pop bottle, put your hook in the pop bottle if it's no good, if you're not going to use it again. If you're fishing with a fishing pole, or you got in some of this twine, put it in that pop bottle. When you get to the boat ramp, take that pop bottle, throw it in the trash can. Now what I do is I just take this like this, and I wrap this around there like this, and I set it back in here. Then I close my little box up. I put it in here, and if you'll notice, I keep plenty extra hooks. I keep plenty extra hooks. Yeah, size 2. They're all size 2. Oh, here's size 4. Yeah, 4, but that's deal for little fish. You want to go after a little fish, you can get your little fish. But I use number 2. I put that back. Put your fire back in there. Put your line, whichever line you're using. Put these back in there. And what you can do, if you don't want to buy 2 pair and keep one in here and one in the boat, just keep one in the boat, but make sure you don't never take it out of the boat. and grease it up real good if you leave it in the boat, because if it gets wet and it starts rusting, it's hard to see. Right now I can quack like a duck, but if you get it all rusted, it's hard, and you gotta use two hands. So get your two pairs, keep one in here and then one in your boat. And these here little totes like this are really convenient when you got the little deal like that on both sides, and it don't go nowhere. So I'm gonna just tell y'all, I hope this helped you on you catch a fish with the yo-yo, and I can tell you, you can catch some really nice fish. You can catch sand bass, you can catch crappie, you can catch perch, you can catch flathead, channel cat, and blue cat. And a blue cat is Mississippi white. Some people in Mississippi call them Mississippi white. I call them blue cat, but here in Oklahoma. But like I said, you can catch a crappie or a crappie. You catch everything. And if you're gonna just fish for the weekend, say you're gonna come back next weekend and fish, leave this hanging in the tree. Just leave it there. And that saves you time having to put another one up. Yeah, I got them hanging in my trees that I come back, but I fish for a long time. I love fishing, and or you can take these down, untie it like this. I'll show you. Let me show you another thing. You can do this. Take these, untie it, just like that, and then get you a stick. Get your old stick. Break your off stick, and then put it like that, and roll them all up. Roll them all up on a stick, and then you can keep it in your box. Get a bigger tote than this one though, and then you don't have to leave it in the tree, and this way nobody knows what you're doing, and then you can always put them back up. So I guess that's it, folks. This is Tips with Steve Pebb. I hope it helped you. Thank you very much. And I want to let you know I really do appreciate y'all watching these. I ain't got very many. I only got 53 subscribers. But if you want to see some more videos, subscribe. And give me a thumbs up. And I don't know what else to tell you except God bless you people. And have a nice day and go fishing. Take your wife fishing, your kids fishing, take your friend fishing, just take somebody fishing, or just go by yourself like I do a lot of times. Thank you again, and I'm out of here, folks.